What's good, y'all? I am Slime Green Beats, and this is Mastering for Complete Beginners. So, this is a mastering tutorial. So, what is mastering, right? And I'm basically just going to explain what mastering is. I'm going to explain how to master, and you're just going to understand the basics of it. So, again, what is mastering, right? Mastering is just kind of like the final touch on a track, right? And the difference between mixing and mastering is this is mixing, leveling all of these sounds, and we're in the mixer here. So this is the mixer. So it is mixing and mastering are often used interchangeably, which is why I bring that up. So this is mixing these channels, and then this is mastering. So what's funny about mastering is literally like this right here. Like this is mastering, and then this is mastering in FL Studio. That's it. So just that's all it is, okay? It's just this channel right here, this knob, these the pan knobs, the stereo separation here, and then this over here. These effect tools, essentially plugins over here, right? So, obviously you can turn down the entire track in the master channel. So the master channel is you could say is the most influential mixing channel. So it basically is a mixing channel, but because it's in the mixer. But yeah, this is mastering. But obviously, if you move this up and down, it's going to have a big impact on the sound. I would refrain from even touching this knob. That's not the proper way to adjust sound in FL Studio. Although, you can do that, depending on what type of quality of sound you want to put out. But this is not the best way to do it. You want to turn down the individual sounds. That's really what I'm getting at with that. But, you can do that. And, you probably won't even notice, to be honest with you. But usually you want to be, okay, so clipping to the overall track happens in the master track. That's one thing you got to know. Okay, see how it's and you probably have had issues with clipping if you don't understand mastering. You see how without any mastering effects here, let's go back to where the drums are. See how it's going in the red zone here? So that's when it is over 0 dB, which is 0 decimal points. When it's in the positive, basically, that's the clip zone. So to be safe, always pull it down below 0.3 dB. So for instance, here, if you're just going to do some very basic mastering, you could try this. But here's the problem. When you do that, it's still probably going to go over, right? So why is that, right? Why is it still going over? You got to use different types of plugins. So the best two that are used for mastering, there's a lot actually, but Fruity Limiter is probably the most common. And you might have already seen this because I think FL, in certain templates, it has it all the time. But watch. So if I turn this on, now it's, because I have the ceiling here, it's no longer clipping. See how it's below 0 dB? That produces a better sound. All right. So and let's hone in here for a second. So what you can do here is, and let's pull up a fresh one here. Let's just go fruity limiter here. All right. Let's start the beat over here. See how it's just going crazy? But just because I have this on, it's already cutting it. Because you see the ceiling is at 0, and you can look up here. You see how the ceiling is at 0.00 dB? So what I would usually do is just turn it down to that 0.3, because the ceiling will cut a lot of it off. It does a great job of cutting it off, actually, because you can see where the actual sound is, where it's stopping, so you can see it visually. What I would also do is turn the gain down. So just doing that alone will prevent clipping. So if you have clipping issues, that's all you really have to do right there. And often, that's all I do mastering, to be honest. And I went around the globe. I started tweaking. I did all these tweaks, but then I realized it's really in the mixing. And by the time you get to the master channel, you just want to make sure it doesn't clip. That's kind of the point that I got to. But you can try other things like Fruity Soft Clipper. It's just really easy to use. Just put Fruity Soft Clipper on, and that'll solve your clipping issues. So mastering is almost all about just fixing clipping. And then there's other cool things you can do, level the sounds as a whole. So I'll show you Maximus. And I know this is for complete beginners, but let's just keep going here. So the low end, which is the bass, mid, melodies, high, snares, hi-hats, right? So you can like mess with the dB here. This is kind of like Fruity Limiter, and try to, you know, if you don't understand what's going on here, that's totally fine. We're just pulling back the dB decibel points. Try these presets though. Trying the presets will make it make a lot more sense. So for instance, if I try Master Aid 1, I'll probably get like a crazier, more clear sound. Watch. Versus, and again, I always say when you're mixing, just turn it on and off and just see if it sounds better or worse. You know, that's like half of it right there. I call this A/B testing. Like, if any of you guys have corporate careers, you probably have to A/B test stuff. But like, let's see. Wait, does this sound better or does it sound better with this? I actually kind of like it with this. See, it puts a little bit more in the bass here, and this is just raising the different levels. I'm not going to go too into this, but like try the presets and just mess around with this. And it's like the same thing, pre-post knob, ceiling. It's like the same thing as a limiter. I think the best way to discover and get good with this stuff is not to watch tutorials. It's to just play through your beats and just mess with these knobs, yo. Just mess with the knobs, try different presets, and you'll get like the difference in mastering. So mastering can really like project sounds and change like an entire sound. You know, you could throw in the Fruity Love filter on the mastering track, and this is technically mastering. Where's Fruity Love filter at? Somebody help me out here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Turn that in. Maximus on. Then we start mixing too much stuff, it starts to sound weird. So let's try that. Let's put the limiter on now. Probably like, why is it clipping? Because we have some stuff going up, we have some stuff going down, we have some stuff cutting. It's just like a lot going on here. That's again why I hardly ever do anything in the mastering channel. I usually just like make sure it doesn't clip. But Fruity Love filter, and then there's like, what's that other one? Soundgradizer. This is kind of fun. I recommend trying this one. This can actually like really make your beat sound better a lot of times. And it doesn't conflict too much with Fruity Love filter or Fruity Limiter. So definitely try that in the master track. In fact, if I did have any takeaway, I would just say try this one, try Maximus, and then definitely try the Fruity Limiter. Fruity Limiter I feel like is like standard, very basic, very easy to use as well. And Soundgradizer. And that's all I'm gonna cover for mastering today. I don't want to like go too deep. I might try some more things later, but that's just like basic mastering. Again, you know, just to review, you know, mastering is just the mixer channel, and you're just gonna mess with like you want to avoid going in positive dBs here. See how it's like it starts at 0 dB, so like you never want to go over or else it's gonna clip. And yeah, you can have it go over here, but you don't want it to clip here, because when it plays, you're gonna hear that crunchy sound. It just sounds really bad. It can just ruin your whole beat. So mastering is like extremely important, but it's also, like I said, if you just pull it back, if you just pull the ceiling back a little bit, pull the ceiling back a little bit, pull the gain back just a tad to that 0.3 dB. I always do that, and that'll fix your clipping. Right, just automatically, like just boom, boom. That's it. Like clipping issue solved. And again, you can also try the soft clipper. And yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys have any questions about mastering, or if there's any specific things you think I missed or glossed over too fast or whatever. Just let me know. Yeah, this is Slime Beats of Building. Y'all take care. Peace out.